Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 this evening, or adventure 2 this evening. An adventure I've entitled The Mural of the Story. But before we get into that, I just wanted to, talk to each of our 4 fantastic players this evening to learn a little bit about their characters and give you all a brief understanding of what's going on, because we are in the midst of our Carnival of Souls Halloween event, which is a kind of ongoing storyline here in the land of D&D. So the brief, one sentence synopsis. Our heroes, along with Bartholomew, have traveled to a hidden mansion, a mysterious mansion, in the middle of an ancient forest. They came because Bartholomew wanted to seek treasures that were in here, but also because they've received an invitation to come to a mysterious dinner here. At the stroke of midnight, the manor, and presumably the surrounding grounds, were transported into an illusory extra-dimensional realm. And now Bartholomew is sending our heroes out throughout the manor in search of, Lemmec, an evil lich who, presumably evil lich, who was at the party, who Bartholomew has some sort of, Bartholomew knows from his past. And so, before we dive into the adventure proper, I want to ask you all, so you came to this fancy dinner party, probably at Bartholomew's behest, because he wanted to loot this place for cool treasure. And now you're all trapped in this illusory realm. Throom, how do you feel about that? You're trapped in an illusory realm.
It's a little strange. I think I've gone through the same hallway 3 dozen times, but it's always been in different places.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten lost far too many times.
That's
I just kind of stick out. I just kind of stay here now. I'd rather not get lost again.
Yeah. Now, Throom, I know you are a Loxodon, an elephant man, and I've heard that at least elephants tend to have kind of better senses than normal people, right? You remember things a lot better. Locations, maybe have just better hearing or smells. Or is this place messing with any of that?
It's all crazy.
Everything's wrong.
Everything is wrong.
Oh no. And are you handling it okay, or is it just a little overwhelming?
It's a process. I'm getting there.
Well, I'm glad you're working through it, Throom. That's what I'm going to take the positive spin on this. Now, a couple of last wrap-ups. Throom, do you celebrate the Carnival of Souls from where you're from?
I'm from all over the place, so I don't really have one specific place that I really consider myself from. I like to learn about the traditions of all the places I go, so I'm taking this time to learn about this tradition.
That's absolutely fair. I imagine everyone's got their own kind of fall holiday. And last question did you get a moment to stop by Bartholomew's shop before you came out to this dinner party? I know Bartholomew had put out a big bowl full of little minor magic items that was a take one bowl. Did you grab anything out of there?
I grabbed one of those weird hook-looking things that seem to be stabby on one end.
Oh, the candy.
They seemed
cane?
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh no. Throom, are you familiar with what candy canes are? Because that might be another cultural thing we're gonna have to explain to you in a couple months. But you know what? For now, you just enjoy your forbidden candy cane. I guess it's not forbidden if you have it, right?
Perhaps.
And of course, Throom, welcome back. It is great to have you.
Well, thank you very much.
Our next hero is actually rather new here to Bartholomew's Adventuring Company, though I think I've seen him around from time to time. Dr. XYZ?
That is correct.
Is that how you say it? XYZ? Or is it like Zeus?
That's correct. XYZ.
Okay. So, Dr. XYZ, I see that you're dressed up a little bit. Is this part of a Carnival of Souls costume?
No, this is my regular attire.
Including the mask?
Yeah, it's just I'm what many people consider a plague doctor.
Ah, plague doctor. Well, doctor, I mean, a plague. So do you help people? Like, do you treat plagues, or do you bring plagues?
Yes.
I pretty much treat more than just plagues and diseases and the such, like curses and other ailments as well.
Oh, okay, good. So you're not an evil person. If you had to like categorize yourself as maybe like good or evil, you'd be on more toward the good side.
More lawful. I mean, much like my deity calendar.
Oh, your deity. I tell me about this deity.
Kalimdor, the Lord of the Dead, Judge of the Dumb, Master of the Crystal Spire.
Absolutely, I have definitely heard of this of Kellenborn. So a quick question of mine, Dr. XYZ. First of all, welcome. I'm glad you're finally adventuring us. Sorry you had to get trapped in an illusory realm. You know, sometimes you go and have a day at the beach. Sometimes you get trapped in a house. But
Not the first time.
We'll have to talk about that another time. What fun treasure did you pick out of Bartholomew's bag of treats? Or both?
There was many decisions on that part. I had to decide between that skull and the mirror, but I decided the mirror was more interesting.
You know, it really is. If you want to see stuff behind you but not see you in the way, it's pretty helpful.
When I got it, there was this skeleton man behind me. He was the only one that showed.
Oh, you gotta be careful. There are skeletons suddenly behind you.
No, but I mean, he was part of Bartholomew's adventure, so.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine then. Well, Dr. XYZ, welcome. I hope you have a great adventure.
Thank you.
Our next hero is a kind of prodigious adventurer here, well known. People are saying really great things of you. Valraith, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. And how about yourself?
I mean, you're doing excellent. Being trapped, no problem. You're cool.
Absolutely, it's great. It's a new area to explore.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. So Valraith, I'm wondering, is there a lot of pressure? Because I know that Crixus, a very high-ranking adventurer here in Bartholomew's company, and Uchonkus, one of the first Legend tier heroes, they're expecting like a lot out of you. Is that pressure like a lot to worry about?
Nah. Pressure's my thing. It's all good.
Well,
it's always good.
All right. That's, I mean, a good way to look at it. Do you have any fun? I see you're a half elf. Do you have any interesting like cultural ties to this this holiday season?
No.
Oh, none at all.
No, nothing really.
This is all new to you?
Yeah. Remember, I'm not far away from the Hodak Swamp, so it's a little out of the way.
Well, Valraith, I hope that you really enjoy. I know this might be a setback, but I guess if you're enjoying it, I hope you continue to enjoy your first Carnival of Souls.
Absolutely, and then you see me pull out of the bag some sandwiches.
Some what?
Sandwiches, and I start eating one.
Oh,
Crixus gave these to me. They're delicious.
Yeah, how do your half-elf teeth crunch to the bones in those hands? Anyway, not the point. What did you grab out of the other bag? Not like your handwich bag, but what did you end up grabbing out of Bartholomew's?
Don't you love my wonderful cape of fallen leaves? It's glorious.
It is pretty beautiful. All of those leaves all woven together. It's almost like
camouflage.
I was going to say a stroll through the forest on an autumn night, but we could say camouflage would probably also be very fitting. Well, Valraith, I'm glad that you are joining us this evening. I hope you have a great adventure.
Absolutely.
And last but certainly not least, we have Navera. Navera, welcome back. I love your Carnival of Souls costume. All of that that blood all over you. It seems like it kind of almost sparkles. Where'd you get it?
Thank you. It's been an afternoon, and I'm afraid I seem to have misplaced my dog halfway through it.
Oh no!
Yes.
Where did they go?
I'm not entirely sure. Once we were trapped in this other realm, it's not his first time, so I'm not entirely sure where Omen's gone.
Now, have you have you seen them since they were here in the other realm? Like in this illusory realm?
Yes, he came with us to hunt the Archface. I mean, accept Bartholomew's invite.
Oh, are there Fae here?
No, there's a servant of an Archfey here. Unfortunately, to my displeasure, she's gone missing.
Oh, because now you're in the illusory. Yeah, I gotcha. This whole illusory realm thing is kind of putting a damper on your ability to hunt the Archfey down. Huh?
Are you joking? This is a frequent tactic used by the Fae. I'm not displeased by this at all. No, she's literally gone. I can't find her anymore, and to be honest, the Grung are disappointing targets. I'm happy to get out now.
Yeah, I mean, you really want to stick to the Grung that are in probably the forests rather than the swamps. The swamp Grung are kind of dumb. But there's Omen now. There we go.
My good boy.
Must have been out hunting those Fae. Well, Navera, do you have any particular? I know that the Fae actually really love this time of year. Do you have any feelings about it?
I used to. My village used to celebrate it every year. The Wisps would come and play jokes on us.
Well, that's lovely. Oh, wait, the Wisps?
The Wisps? No, do not worry. They were not harmless.
Oh, okay.
Not harmless? Oh no.
No, they would not harm us, is what I think. I think is what was said.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. So you have all these wonderful memories.
Yes. Up until my village disappeared and I started my eternal crusade.
Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some. Navera, what did you grab out of Bartholomew's bag of treats? I assume something to help you get these dastardly Fae that you're hunting.
Something to make them fear me even more. A cloak that makes my eyes glow red and shrouds my face.
Yeah, it's really important, that whole face shrouding thing. You do not want a Fae being to know your face. That's a really scary thing.
I would welcome the challenge. But no, I wish for them to fear me. And it does help that when I put it on, it changes my voice a little.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, well, Navera, yikes. I mean, I didn't know it did that. That must be one of the cursed ones. Uh-oh. Well, anyway, welcome back. We're glad to have you, as always. And I wish you all the best in this adventure. And so, as the adventure comes to a beginning, you all find yourselves in this ancient manor. It stands somewhere in the forest Grimhollow. But in the moment, it's in an extra-dimensional realm, transported there when the clock struck midnight, in the middle of your feast. Bartholomew has gathered the adventurers that he can find, some appearing to have gone missing, and has started sending them out in groups, searching specific areas of the house for any signs of the Lich, Lemmec, who was previously seen at the dinner, but fled shortly after the teleportation. And so Bartholomew has turned to you all. He's warned you to stay close, not to split up, as Lemmec could be trying to pick you all off. And he has given each of you a small stone, which can be used to communicate with him. As he led you out of the entry foyer, where the rest of the adventuring company are now gathered, you see that the house has changed in strange and impossible ways. You see there are stairs going upwards, upside down, backwards, twisting and curling. There are doors up all over the place. This is a very Escher-esque sight. Bartholomew has led you up to the left, a staircase that barely creeps out from the wall. There's no kind of railing or anything, and the stairs are but a few inches out. 6, maybe 7. You've made your way, scaling up the side to an oaken door. Bartholomew calls up to you. Well, just make sure to be careful, and if you find anything about Lemmec, please make sure to let me know. And with that, he heads back out through the doorway that he came.
I'll bring his head back for you.
Yes, very well. And the 4 of you stand at the top of this small staircase. You're in some kind of weird topsy-turvy world here, and there's a wooden door right in front of you. What do you like to do?
Right,
just
guess
go in the
I'll-
door.
Pardon?
Throom is doubting his ability to do much of anything. He's focusing far too much on not falling.
Yeah, I mean, the stairs are only about 6 inches wide out from the wall, so you have to as you are getting up. You've all gotten up at this point. You're at the landing at the top of the stairs. And actually, as Bartholomew's door closes, you see it just closes flat into wall, and there's no door there anymore.
Navera is not bothered by this. This happens quite often in her line of work.
So, Valraith, you're saying you're trying to open the door?
Yeah.
You put your hand on the door, you jiggle the lock, it appears to be locked. And as you kind of jiggle it, you see the kind of platform that you're standing on starts to slowly kind of sink back into the wall.
Well, that's not good.
The
Is
stairs
there any
all
other...
fall upwards. The little stairs you just walked up fall off the walls and fall up into the air, disappear.
So they float up?
Yeah, they float up. They're like falling up. It's really weird. It's not like a levitate float. It's like they're falling upwards.
How odd. So there's only one door left, right?
Well, yeah, there's one door right in front of you. There are other doors like far out here, but there's one door right in front of you. It's locked, and the platform you're on is kind of shrinking into the wall.
Just kick it down.
Distorted.
I'm totally gonna use I'm gonna turn it into a warhammer and just bash in the.
You're gonna try and just
door.
bash in the door.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll against the door, or you can make an athletics check actually.
I'm making athletics.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna do.
Kind of just depends on how you're doing it.
Yeah.
You take your sword, it transforms into a battle axe, and you swing, and the battle axe breaks into the door, but it's kind of stuck in it. It's embedded a solid like 4 inches, probably sticking out the other side. But it didn't just break it apart like you were probably hoping. This door appears to be pretty solid oak with some metal bandings. So that's your move, Valraith. What do the rest of you want to do? As Valraith is now trying to pull their sword out, and you can feel the platform is starting to shrink behind you.
Dr. XYZ pulls out some iron spikes and points to the Loxodon and says, "Would you mind?" And he has it right at one of the hinges or the metal bindings at the door.
Ah, okay. So you're gonna hold an iron python up toward the hinge.
Yeah, an actual iron spike.
Yeah. Okay. And you want someone to hit it?
Pretty much.
All right. Well, I mean, do you oblige Throom?
Throom looks questioningly, and then once he understands what's going on, obliges.
Okay. Yeah, Throom, I imagine if you're looking around, you look over the side of the little platform you're on that is shrinking, and you can see that there's a tiled floor below. And as you look down and see it, and you're kind of relieved, it's only about 20 feet down, the tiles start falling out, and there's just nothing below them. Just darkness. Still, boy.
Oh no.
Navera's gonna tie a piece of rope around an arrow and jam the arrow into the wall near.
Yeah, just for safety.
Just for safety. All right.
Excellent. So Navera, you're trying to lock yourself on just in case. Throom, can you roll me an athletics check with advantage, because Dr. XYZ has given you a pretty solid hand here with the iron spike. Oh yeah. Would you hit it with just your hand, or how do you smack this thing?
Yeah, Throom just kind of smacks up at it, kind of backhand, bam,
Yeah.
as hard as he can.
And
When
with
he
a
does that,
bam,
nailed it.
Yeah.
I'd say nailed it.
Oh.
And indeed, the hinge shears just clean off, and the door kind of is a much looser now. You're able to kind of just twist where you're at, Valraith, with your battle axe, and break off that side of the door. Beyond, you can see what looks like a study, like a normal, not distorted, warpy study. And you quickly just kind of, someone, I imagine, reaches through the hole in the door and unlocks it from the other side.
That's what Dr. XYZ is doing.
Yeah, Dr. is reaching in. And yeah, the door click unlocks and you open it up and pull your way in. I assume you all head in.
Yes.
Throom is not interested in staying on the shrinking platform. No, sirree.
Naveera's going to slip around her larger teammates and make her way to stuff.
Yeah, so as you enter into this chamber, first you can see the little platform out there is still shrinking slowly. It's got maybe 5 or 6 feet left on it. There's still plenty of space for now. But you can see before you a study, or maybe once was a study. There is a small bookcase up against one wall. Adjacent to it, there is, well, a roaring fire ablaze in a hearth. Above that, a mantelpiece holding all sorts of various trinkets and treasures, perhaps. Small keepsakes. A large painting above it displays a beautiful scenic beach. And then you look around some more, and in the corner, there is a taxidermied bear, all reared up but frozen in place. A massive cave bear. It stretches nearly 10 feet tall and has quite the bulk to it. Thankfully, it's totally stationary and isn't real.
Weakling.
You can see all along the far wall, there are more and more paintings. The paintings seem to each have a small kind of wall sconce on either side for torchlight to illuminate them. But right now, the torches are there, but they're not lit, and the paintings are hard to really discern what they could be. Additionally, in the final corner of the room, you see what looks like a bird cage with a cloth over it, so you can't see into it. And that's what you see just immediately. Sorry.
Navera will have a birdcage.
Dr. XYZ is gonna pull out the vampire's vanity and look around. Like, just stand in the middle of the room, just kind of spin around, make sure there's nothing that would be classified as undead around.
You spin it around, you don't see anything. That's a good call, though.
Throom walks over to the bear and pats it on the snout and turns to Valraith. Be careful of the books.
Oh, the last time was fun with the books. I go over to the trinkets. I want to look at the trinket.
Okay, I'm gonna go through each of you one at a time, because you've just, I mean, you're all pretty close together. It's not a huge room. It's very small, actually. And unlike all the other rooms, this is not distorted and weird right now. It seems very stable. So, Throom, you walk over to the bear and you pat it on the snout. It has, have you ever touched a taxidermied bear?
No, Throom
It's got a very-
does not.
Yeah, well, it has a very stiff feel to it. Like there's some sort of support under the fur that is more than just flesh. It's very solid, though the fur is very soft. It seems to be a taxidermied bear.
Oh, that's not good.
It kind of smells a little bit as you get closer. Not of like decay or rot, but of formaldehyde. Navera, you're about 10 feet away on the other corner of the room. You look over and you see Throom is over there. No fear, up to this big taxidermied cave bear. but it does not seem to attack them or threaten them in any way. And yeah, you see before you this bird cage, but there is a big cloth over it, completely obscuring what could be within it.
Well, I wonder what she's going to do. Yeah, she reaches forward and kind of just tugs the cloth off gently.
Yeah, what's your passive perception?
Let me just take a look at that. It is 14.
Okay, well, you can see that there's some dust, first off, on the cage. Or on the cloth, rather. This clearly hasn't been bothered in a long time. And yeah, you reach over, tug at it, and it moves very slowly. You gotta put a little more force than you expect, a little heavier of a cloth. And as it slowly slides off to the ground, a slight of dust, you see the inside of this birdcage. The birdcage is maybe 3 feet tall. It's got that large kind of rounded top to it, kind of gleaming golden bars, or well, at this point they're dull golden bars. But you don't see a bird. What you see inside the cage, at the bottom of the cage, is what looks like some shells.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I missed it.
Yeah, you see what looks like some shells, perhaps, at the bottom of the cage. They're a dullish red-orange color. You have no idea what they are just at a glance here. Nothing you would anticipate seeing in a cage like this.
Weird. Is there like a latch to the cage?
Yeah, there absolutely is.
Yeah, and she just try and pick up one of the shells, see what it's about. Because like, if things look natural and she doesn't know what they are for a ranger, that's really peculiar.
Yeah, can you roll me a nature check?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, you're looking at it. Whatever they are, they're brittle. But like you can tell that they were once pretty hard. They're an exoskeleton of some kind.
So it's old. That's basically all she knows.
Yeah, it's been there for a while. There's a claw, very clearly, of like a crab-like thing, maybe. You're not sure. Oceanic creatures aren't maybe your specialty.
Nah, fine.
So you're not really sure what the hell this is. That being said, Dr. XYZ, in your mirror, you now see a ghost. There is a tiny ghost of a lobster inside of that cage.
Yeah, he just like stops there, just cocks his head, turns his head to look back at the cage and looks back at the mirror. Then he would just walk over to Navera, tap them on the shoulder, and just like have the mirror like where they can actually glance into it and see the lobster.
Navera, you look over, you're like, oh, yeah. Recognize it.
And then she's just gonna toss it over her shoulder.
The shell, just whoop.
Yeah. Doesn't matter to me anymore. Not a thing.
The lobster in the reflection is wearing a top hat and has like a suit on. It looks like it's all dressed up.
Snazzy.
And it's just kind of looking around, bored. It's not really reacting or doing anything.
Yeah, but Dr. XYZ, after like showing that, would probably head over to the books, like scan through the titles, see if there's anything that kind of stands out from like how the books are set up.
Yeah, well, let's hop over to Valraith for a minute. So Valraith, you run over to the mantelpiece here in the room above the fireplace. So as you approach, there are some prodders and pokers leaned up against the hearth near the fire. And as you get close, the fire is very warm, kind of oppressively warm. Do you still try and approach the mantle?
I'm just going where the trinkets are. Baubles.
Okay. You come over, you start looking around. Can you roll me an investigation check?
I sure can.
yeah, you're poking around and you see, ooh, this looks interesting. There is what seems to be an inkwell and pen. Normally a fairly mundane item, but if a wizard has the time and the patience, because you know this was once the manner of a powerful wizard, to keep an inkwell and pen, well, there's probably a reason for it, because they can just magically conjure whatever words they need, or they'll use their spell book if they need to write. And so, as you pull this off the shelf, you see that the inkwell actually glistens with almost like a starry void, like a starry sky of darkness. The pen seems fairly normal, but whatever's in this little jar of ink seems, well, unique. And
anything else up there?
Yo, there's a ton more stuff up there. However, before you have a chance to really grab at it, the fire attacks you. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. As a burst of flame lashes out.
Oh no!
And strikes you for 5 points of fire damage.
There's a crit. Oh god.
Oh no! But I've got this cool stuff. I need more.
Okay. You all just watch Valraith get blasted by the fire, and you have a moment if you'd like to all do something or communicate or whatnot. Valraith, I imagine you step away from the fire for a minute.
Nah, screw it.
You're just gonna stay there. So you guys all watch as Valraith is just like, the fire is just like, it's almost like flailing at him. Okay, roll me another investigation check then if you're still looking up there.
Is Valraith on fire?
No, it seems he's not being set on fire.
I was gonna ask if I could actually, how far is Valraith from me?
I mean, pretty close. You're right there.
Yeah, I'll probably do that after he gets attacked.
So, Dr. XYZ, you cast a spell of resistance. How does that, work coming from you? Do you hold up, a sensor of some sort of powder or vapor, or what happens?
It's more of I just have, a little amulet. It's, kind of shaped also like a type Dr. Skull. I just kind of rub it across his back, and it just puts that spell on.
Oh, excellent. So you just walk over and press this amulet, and Valraith, you feel a chill come over you, but it's a very refreshing chill because you're being battened by fire. So yeah, go ahead and roll me another investigation as you're still looking at that. Or actually, before you do, the others, Throom and Navera, would you like to do anything as Valraith is going for these trinkets?
Omen's gonna, Navera's gonna have Omen sniff around and do his dog things, try and find something.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and have Omen roll me probably an investigation check. Or I guess perception with the keen smell would also work. So advantage with that if you're looking for that.
I shall go with that one.
It's probably better because you have advantage with it. 14. Pretty. So as Valraith continues to go for the obvious treasures, you have Omen sniff around, and Omen smells out next to a small box that you didn't really notice. It's stashed away in the bottom corner of the bookshelf in amongst the books. And as you pull this little box out, open it up, you can see that neatly packed away inside is a very small black suit and tiny top hat.
What did that lobster look like again?
It looked like a lobster.
No, but what was it wearing?
Oh, it had a tiny suit and top hat.
Oh, okay, cool. Navera's going to keep that.
Okay, yeah, and you can tell this is obviously magical, and obviously some kind of a treasure, and you hear Bartholomew's voice come in over the little stone. Oh, you found something. What is it?
It's a tiny suit and one of those elongated hats that people sometimes wear.
Curious? Well, bring it to me and I'll check it out. Maybe it's something special.
Okay.
The wizard's voice cuts off from the the intercom, or not the intercom, the little sending stones he's giving you. So you have a tiny little box with a tiny little suit and hat.
She's going to put that in her quiver and just, keep it.
Stash it.
Yeah, stash it.
Valraith, you scramble to grab some more things, and you grab some mundane stuff. You grab what looks like a picture, and it's actually like a photo, or not a photo, but like an arcane. Someone magically made this picture, and it shows 3 wizards. One, well, you don't recognize any of them necessarily off the bat, except for Lemmec. I don't know. Do you know Lemmec actually? You've seen him here at the event, regardless. He was at dinner before everything went haywire. You can tell it's him because, well, he's wearing red robes and he's a skeleton. You don't know there are too many wizards with fancy robes that are skeletons. But yeah, there are 2 other wizards in the picture, and it appears to just be a photograph that was just up on the mantle. That's the only other particularly interesting thing. You kind of you find a thimble and some candle holders, and you're just grabbing stuff. But I do need you to roll another dex saving throw as the fire attacks you again.
Does one of the wizards have a long white beard?
I don't know. I mean, you want to walk over and look at the picture with Valraith?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first I need Valraith to throw me that dex save for the fire again. Valraith, my boy, yo.
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, good. And I think you have an extra D4 from the resistance. Okay, it's only 2 fire damage this time. I rolled a D5. That's weird. Anyway, so you scramble away with a couple of funny things.
Okay, after I do this, I'm totally taking the all blade. I'm attacking the damn fire.
Okay, so do you just hand off the picture, or do you want to look at it with Navera?
I hand off the picture, and then I attack the fucking fire. And as I do it, I'm yelling through the fire and flames, and then I just attack it.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll. And Navera, go ahead and roll me a history check as you look at this picture. Throom and Dr. XYZ, are you also looking at the photo?
Dr. XYZ is actually going to those books. He said he's going to look at the title, see if one of them stands out or anything. Or the other.
Actually, that should be more than 13.
Navera, you're looking. These are some ugly wizards. It looks like, you don't know. I mean, is that really Lemmec? That could be any skeleton with red robes. But yeah, you're not really sure. One of them has a white beard and some weird technicolor robes, and that's gotta just look really lame. Even you can't quite put your eye. Who is that? You think you've seen him before?
I knew it. It's Bob.
The other one is a dwarf, and it seems that they all have little trophies that they're holding in the picture, and they appear to be wizard, accomplishment trophies or something. It doesn't make a lot of sense to you, but this must be a wizard school thing.
Like gold, silver, bronze?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's holding gold?
The dwarf is holding the gold trophy.
Oh, that's surprising.
Bartholomew has the silver trophy, and the Lemmec has the bronze trophy. Lemmec also looks unhappy, even though he's a skeleton and can't show much emotion.
Oh, poor Lemmec. Attack the fire.
So, Throom, do you want to do anything as your friend Valraith goes to attack the fire?
Throom is going to pick up the discarded bit of lobster and go over to the cage and try to put the lobster back together.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Oh, is it a bit of lobster? Right, okay, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, there's more lobster in there. Sorry, I didn't know. Maybe you didn't notice that. Maybe I didn't convey that.
I thought it was just a bunch of multiple really small lobsters.
Oh no, it's just all chunks of one lobster. My apologies. Okay, go ahead and roll me. What do you want to roll for this? I could say like nature or like a sleight of hand maybe if we're just trying to be really careful.
Yeah, let's go with sleight of hand to be careful.
So you're like holding parts of it.
Yeah,
with
like
the trunk. And
yeah, it's like it's like a ship in a bottle, but it's a lobster in a cage.
Yes, absolutely, excellent.
Oh, 10. I forgot to turn off advantage.
Okay, so you're putting it together and it's having some trouble, but you think that you're getting there. And as you're working on it, Dr. XYZ, you're flipping to the books. And
I was looking for a title that might stand out from the other titles among the bookshelf.
Yeah, there is absolutely one, and it's entitled "How I Would Have Tricked Bartholomew and Ruined the Carnival of Souls," and it seems to be written by Lemmec. Do you want to pull it out and look at it?
Before I do, I'm gonna just going to first like examine it while it's on the bookshelf and see if there's anything magical about it.
Yeah, it appears to be illusory, actually. Like, it's not illusions are weird because there are different categories of illusion, and this is one of those categories of illusion that, like, as you're like looking at it, you can tell it's illusory, but it still has physical feel to it. Like, you can still pick it up. It's solid, but it's not a real thing. Once whatever spell is created, this fades, it will just fade as well. It might even just be a temporary creation in its own right.
So yeah, he'll probably snap his fingers to get people's attention just in case something happens, and he'll slowly pull the book out.
Nothing happens.
I just pull it all the way out and like look at the probably look into just flip into the first few pages.
It's got art on the cover actually, which is really weird for these old books. But there were like spell books and history books. There were books on gem cutting, books on art and philosophy. And then there was this book that was just like kind of out of the way. It's very bright red compared to the muted browns and things of the other books. And yeah, on the front cover, there's just like an image of this mansion, like from outside, big manor out on a hill in the middle of a forest. And there's like a picture of Lemmec given a thumbs up, and it's entitled "How I Would Have Tricked Bartholomew and Ruined the Carnival of Souls." You flip through it a little bit, and it seems to be a very short book. There are a lot of pictures. The handwriting is terrible, and and there's a lot of spelling mistakes in it as well.
So,
I don't know about you.
Is it written in common?
Yeah, it's written in common.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't think a wizard would have had spelling mistakes or bad handwriting.
But anyway, Dr. XYZ decides to contact Bartholomew via the Sending Stone and let him know that he found Lemmec's plan.
Yes, the other group just said that. They found it too. Troubling. I'll have to consider this further.
Yeah, Dr. XYZ asked Bartholomew if he should put the book in the bag or something.
Can Navera just take a quick look at the book?
Sure. Yeah, you can look at it too.
Okay, cool. She's just gonna notice the writing and then remember the picture. Bartholomew, did you happen to, I don't know, go to school with or know Lemmec back when he was younger?
Yeah, I think Bartholomew can answer you. Yeah, they went to Wizard College together back in the day.
Do you remember what his handwriting was like? I know it's a weird question. I'm sorry about if it's a pass.
You hear that's a very strange question coming through the Sending Stone. Well, I am a bit busy right now, but if I remember, it was actually rather good. It was quite the inscriber of spells and other secrets.
Thank you, Bartholomew. I'm very sorry about the question. And then she puts it down, then looks at the others. I think it's bullshit.
Well, at this point, like, Dr. XYZ, like, probably, like, asked if anyone knows anything about, like, seeing through the illusions and whatnot. Because he don't have anything.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. With your 14, you saw through that this is an illusion. Like, that this book is illusory. It's not hiding anything underneath. It just is a fake book.
Yeah, so I think someone's trying to frame Lemmec. And you will say this.
Alright, so, okay.
I believe someone might have an issue with Lemmec and perhaps Bartholomew.
Actually, who has the photo at the moment?
Navera does.
Well, you have it.
Guys, I'm sorry. Valraith is attacking the fire. I need to get back to this, guys. Thank you. You're
Totally doing it.
bludgeoning the fire, and like your sword is cutting through it, sort of. It's reacting in a really weird way, and in a way similar to what happened with Dr. XYZ in the book. As you attack the fire, you start to realize more, this isn't a real fire, it's an illusory fire. And as you kind of like reach forward, it no longer is quite as hot to you. And you can sort of see through the slightly grayed out illusion of the flame. And there appears to be something interesting behind it, kind of buried in amongst there's like logs and things. Do you want to go digging through in the fire?
Absolutely.
Oh my god, you actually beat up a fire.
To the rest of you who like weren't watching him the whole time, you see him go like, oh, and climb into the fire. Which, whatever.
Everyone in Navera knows that everyone in Bartholomew's troop is fucking crazy, so she doesn't. So she's just she's gonna pass the picture off to whoever was asking for it.
Okay.
I'll probably I'll just like grab it, like contact Bartholomew again. Like, did you know a dwarf that was in Wizard School along with you and?
Well, I'm gonna just finish up Valraith for a moment here because Valraith's been waiting to climb into this fire like a psychopath. As you clamber into the fire like a psychopath, you actually find a decanter in there, buried in amongst like some of the logs and ash in the back, because there is log and ash in here. You pull out
shiny.
it's not. It's more like a drinking horn kind of decanter. It's got a little screw at the end of the horn. The other side it seems to be capped off.
Does it smell like anything?
Inscriptions. Yeah, when you want to like open it up and give it a whiff.
No, I want to smell it before I open it.
You just smell the horn. It smells made of bone, like natural like bone.
Okay, I'll unscrew it.
Okay, let's go and give it a whiff.
Yes.
It definitely is some kind of very old mead or something.
Ooh. And I take a little swig.
You take a little swig. It tastes pretty good.
I'll save this for later.
Yeah, again, absolutely. And man, you heard Bartholomew coming on your stone. Ooh, another thing. You're all doing very well.
Plus the little, I'm gonna have that and the little inkwell that had the black, crazy, glittery stuff.
Remember, you do need to find Lemmec, but also get as many of those treasures as you can. I'll pay a fortune for them.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
Actually, what's happening with the lobster? Because the Loxodon was putting it together, wasn't it?
Almost. We're gonna get to that in just 1 second. God damn it. You asked Bartholomew if he knew another wizard?
I asked like
dwarf.
we knew a dwarven wizard that was like pretty much, I guess, part of a crew of him and Lemmec.
We're thinking someone's got a problem.
Yeah, I mean, Bartholomew knew a dwarven wizard. He was a friend of Bartholomew's back in wizarding school. He actually used to own this house.
Huh, you don't say.
Yeah, he died a
Do you know
few
what
years
his name was?
His name was Torfless.
Torfless.
Yep. And Bartholomew answers this, and Bartholomew's like, well. But yeah, Bartholomew's like, this is why we're here. We're stealing all his stuff. He was quite a collector. He's been dead for a few years, so I wouldn't worry.
And the cops have stopped watching long enough for him to sneak in there, right?
And as Bartholomew says, oh, I wouldn't worry. And Valraith, you're climbing out of the fire. You move your trunk just the tiniest bit through, and you get the last antenna in place as you stick the last piece of this lobster together. And the lobster blinks. And you see, I guess actually you don't see this, but you suddenly see it move. Like these pieces of the lobster are now animated. And it stands up on like its tail with like a couple of its tiny little lobster legs supporting it, and it looks around, and it looks up at you, Throom, this husk of a lobster, seemingly animated by some unseen force.
Throom will kind of hold his hand out as if to like offer to pick up the lobster, and just kind of watch in amazement as these bits of lobster seem to have come back to life.
Navera, you grab Omen and try and pull them back, and the lobster looking up at you. So you hold out your hand to like to carry it?
Yeah, like as if I'm gonna offer to pick it up and carry it.
Sure. Yeah, you do so. It like steps up onto your hand or onto your elephantine hand, and it's just kind of looking at you, just looking around. It seems like it's waiting for something. You don't know what.
I kind of bring it up to eye level, and I say, "Hello there."
The lobster brings a claw up to its like lobster face and hello. It sings to you.
Kill it now.
Kill it with fire.
Dr. Charles, it kind of like nudges whoever had that little top hat and all that, and shows them the mirror again where it was wearing the little top hat and the.
Yes, I'm well aware, but first I want you to crush it, Loxodon.
No, I am not going to crush my friend.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Hello, my ragtime girl. So it just starts like singing, kicking its legs out, and then it stops when you stop.
By the way, have we looked at the pictures, the paintings?
No, none of you looked at any of those yet. All of the paintings enshrouded in shadow along the walls.
It's much more fun attacking the timing fire.
Attacking fire and building a new friend.
Naveera's just gonna ignore the stupid nightmare lobster and take her foot and just light up the little corners next to the paintings.
As you kind of like
there, it's not there.
Okay. You walk over and light up the first painting. There are 3 along the wall. As you get up to the very first painting, you can see that it depicts an idyllic countryside. There is a small kind of stone hut there with a door, and that is really it. The stone hut seems very much out of place. It's on the top of a very small hill. And there's a little plaque underneath the painting that is inscribed, "The First Reverse Tower."
Reverse tower? What? It's underground? I don't know.
Looking at it, just a tiny stone hut in the middle.
Yeah. She's just going to move on to the next one then.
Okay. As you move over to the next painting, you can see that it is kind of strange because the painting shows behind it what looks to be a large, big top circus tent. And you can see that it has, it's just a big top circus tent. However, painted into the painting are what looks like brass chains that cross over the front of it, and there's a big brass padlock painted onto the front too. As you light the torches next to that one.
All right. Is there another one to go to?
Yeah, there's one last painting.
Okay, she's gonna go to that one and check it out.
Okay, as you're making your way through the paintings, does anyone want to do anything else, or we're good to check out the painting?
Absolutely, I could see the
Yeah,
darkness
we're good.
anyway. So
Mm-hmm. It is magical darkness,
I
Valraith.
pretty much have the light like above those paintings.
Sure. Okay, so you get some more light. Again, they're kind of magically shrouded. There's some sort of magic about lighting the torches that illuminates the actual painting, but
All right.
it's fine.
Oh, wait,
You all,
what did the plaque say at the bottom of the circus one?
there was no plaque.
Oh.
But yeah, as you come to this third one, and you kind of illuminate it, you can see that the plaque beneath is labeled Viridi, Viridi, and you see the painting appears to be of a half-elven, maybe an elven, kind of hard to tell, leaning on the elven side, half-elven is what you'd guess. Female-looking form. It's just from the kind of neck up, so it's a bust painting, and she's kind of looked partially away from you, and she has painted onto her face in a very artistic manner makeup that would it's a very kind of dark emerald green that kind of fades out into the rest of her face very smoothly. And her
Does it look almost?
skin is very pale.
Does it look like tribalish? Because Navera did grow up in an elven village, so if it's something to do with that, you might know.
No, it's definitely not tribal. It looks more fashionable, almost. It looks like I'm doing nature fashion stuff.
Okay.
Would the name Virdi or Virdi, would it have any significance in Elven or?
Yeah, would it have any significance to the elves? Or, like, just a history check, I suppose? Viridi?
I don't even think, you guys are, if you're proficient in, or if you're, if you know the language, Elven. Yeah, proficient, no.
I do.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It literally translates to green, or the green, right? It's a lover of green things, or something
And-
like that. You're not really positive.
And the elf wouldn't know anything about this place, I presume?
Pardon?
Since Navera is an elf, would she have heard of it, or is it a complete mystery to her as well?
Oh, you know the word. It's a word. But as you're looking at this person and you just don't really understand, you notice one thing, and that is that they have a small key on a necklace around their neck. And as you kind of notice that, and you say, "Oh, Valraith," the figure in the painting turns toward you, just in the painting.
Navera really doesn't have to touch painting.
Well. I'm not used to having visitors.
It's Harry Potter.
The painting's just looking at you.
Throom wants to see if there's any secret hidden messages that he can get out of this painting.
Bruh, the painting just talked to us. It might just
Hey,
tell us.
stop
You know,
this.
Throom.
Well, my lady, how are you doing?
You would not believe that this is not the first time a painting has talked to me. Who are you?
She looks toward you all, and I'm sorry, Throom, what were you asking specifically?
Throom sort of giving the painting a once-over, wanted to take a closer look to see if there was anything in Druidic that had been added into the painting.
Yeah, go ahead and actually roll me probably an investigation check. I think makes the most sense, or perception. You can choose, kind of mixed between them. Just if you notice anything in particular. Yeah, Throom. She has mixed in amongst like the makeup that she's wearing. There are very clear signs to you that kind of say like that have draconic like messages to you. Yeah, it's some funky dragon stuff going on. Is what you think? Looking at
Oh, well,
partially how her makeup looks, but also like the symbolism of it. There's like draconic signs of power, like a wild dragon might leave these small marks to show other dragons, like this is my turf. And something that as a druid, you probably would have picked this up, just through your knowledge of the world. This is kind of like what druidic is. The markings that natural creatures leave. So that's what you did.
Monster to the picture.
But yeah, she looks toward you all, and I'm sorry, Valraith, you said what?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay, you're fine with just show the lobster. Okay, you hold out the lobster? I mean, well, Throom's holding the lobster.
Yep.
So, Throom, what's going on? Navera asks you to hold the lobster out. The woman's looking at you kind of...
Throom asks the lobster if the lobster knows anything about the picture. That may be of use. Or if he knows the picture first.
Viridi, the beautiful, the protector of the painted world, is what the lobster sings to you.
I go over to the painting of Viridi. I go to the painting of Viridi.
And she looks at you as yes.
I am going to actually attempt to put my hand to the painting and like rub her shoulder and see if it just feels like a painting.
As you go to like put your hand in the painting, your hand like stops in the painting, but in the painting she kind of recoils. Don't touch me.
And Navera is meanwhile having a small mental breakdown because yet another bloody painting world at the grumbling something about Fae.
I assure you, this has nothing to do with the Fae. Simply, I'm the guardian of the painted realm as your creation speaks.
Well, as you are the guardian,
Let us in.
let us in.
No. She kind of like, you see a hand come up and like jingle the key on the necklace in the painting. No, I don't think I will.
Why not?
Navera's gonna grab that torch next to the painting.
You grab the torch.
Yes. We're gonna ask you again. Give us the key, ma'am.
Throom, do you want to do anything since you've picked up a little extra insight and your allies seem to be very abrasive here?
Throom would like to ask if there is something that we can do to be allowed entrance into the painted realm.
Like not burning you.
Throom, could you roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage from Navera? Sorry.
What in the world?
Navera's gonna, if this fails, okay, Navera's gonna put on the cloak and try it, like, let us in.
Well, Navera, as you're getting that ready, Dr. Susie, are you doing anything as well, or are you just observing at this point?
Yeah, pretty much he's just observing it. He wants a face palm, but he's wearing a mask.
He wants the face palm.
No.
The beak is too much for a face palm.
You face beak, or your beak palm. That's it, your beak palm.
But instead, he does that. He walks up to the one with the circus tent and just picks it up. If he can see if he can pick it up off the wall.
You just take the painting off the wall?
If it's able to take it off the wall.
Yeah, it lifts up a little bit. Do you want to try and like lift it up off the wall? It seems like it's maybe hooked onto something at the top.
Yeah, attempt to lift off the wall.
So you like try and like lift it up off the wall, and a couple things happen at the same time. Viridi looks toward you, Throom, or presumably her name is Viridi. The female figure in the painting goes, well, there are some things I need. I'm quite parched. I'm so bored. I haven't seen anything beautiful in a long time.
We'll show her a picture of
and then she looks right at you, Valraith. Anything beautiful. And as this happens, she's, but I think you have more pressing matter. As I need you all to roll for initiative.
Oh, so Navera doesn't even get to intimidate her?
Not yet, because this is a lot of things are happening at once. You will get to intimidate her later, presuming.
Yes.
We'll see what happens. Because as you lift up the painting, let me roll for this boy. Oopsies. 13. You pull the painting off the wall, and well, as you're lifting the painting off the wall, Dr. XYZ, something under the painting attacks you.
That's why the paintings were there.
Between the painting and the wall, and it's going to attack out at you. All right. It's got advantage on this surprise attack. Dr. XYZ hits you for 6 points of damage and saps your strength for 6 points as it hits you. As these dark, shadowy hands just kind of like reach out from the painting and grab you, and they're trying to pull you under.
It's the Tasmanian devil.
All right, we are at the top of the initiative now. Navera, it's your move.
Oh God! Wait, no, she's got the clock on. God damn it! And she's going to 1 second shoot at the thing. Oh, sorry. She's going to Hunter's Mark first, and then shoot at the thing.
All you can see of the thing are these two long, spindly, shadowy arms that have reached out and are grabbing Dr. XYZ on either shoulder, trying to pull them under the painting.
Right, so she's going to shoot through both arms if she can.
Sure. It's just a tough shot, is all.
Yes. There, she's made worse.
I mean, that's true. Ooh.
But not this time.
Not that time. You try and shoot past, and you're like trying not to hit Dr. XYZ, but you're also trying not to hit the painting, and it's a tough one. And
God damn it, you bird-looking idiot! Get out of the way!
Doctor and Throom. I guess we'll go with Dr. XYZ first. What would you like to do, Dr. XYZ? There's a horrible pair of shadowy arms reaching for you.
Wait, reaching for me or
grabbing you? Sorry, grabbing you and trying. You can feel them pulling you toward the under part of the painting. And yeah, I mean your strength score is reduced by 6, so that's really scary right now.
Yeah, it is. The thing I'm going to do, I don't really like things trying to grab me, especially with what has happened to me because of my duty to cure curses and whatnot. So I'll throw my hand, at least attempting to grab whatever is grabbing me, and
jeez, yeah, you'll hit it with those inflicted wounds. Oof. It is resistant to necrotic damage, but you know what? It's still a huge amount of damage, so we'll take it. As your dark necrotic energy comes out from your hands and kind of like black lightning streaks under the painting.
And then at the same time, then as a bonus action, this pretty much going to bring me down to 0 slots, but.
Ooh. That's a move, all right.
That'll be on myself.
Yeah, figure. I'm sorry, you were asking a question, Navera?
Yeah, I forget. Does Omen share my initiative, or does he have to roll for it?
Omen goes on your turn, and Omen will always take the dodge action unless you tell Omen to do something different using one of your attacks or something like that. So you could have Omen run up and make an attack, and later on, as you get to higher levels, Omen can do more stuff without taking your stuff. But
gotcha.
Yep. All right. So that was Dr. XYZ's turn. Where do you want to have Omen be, actually? Because we didn't specify.
Omen will just be probably next to Navera. That's where he always is.
Cool. Throom, it's your turn. You can see this horrible under thing trying to pull Dr. XYZ under the
painting.
The painting. Yeah. What would you like to do?
Throom would like to step up and try to shillelagh the arms of the under.
Excellent. You take your staff and magic glows through it, and the lobster sings, "And he filled his staff with magic." And go ahead, make your attack. All right. I think actually Shillelagh. Oh, right, Shillelagh. Yeah. A 10 unfortunately is not going to connect with the under thing. Unfortunate. A swing and a miss this time around. Is there anything else that you would like to do, Throom? You're up there with the doctor.
That's about all I can do.
All right. And the other two things, but unfortunately he missed. And we move to the under thing's turn, which is going to reach XYZ. Gotta roll what kind of a saving throw against your sanctuary?
Wisdom.
It rolls a 2. So you feel like trying to pull you under, and then it just can't. And it lets go of you and grabs it through. These two dark, shadowy hands reach out, and there's a 14.
And yes.
Yeah, you're able to back them backwards with your shillelagh. And is it staff that you wield?
Yes.
Excellent. And yeah, you're able to bat it backwards, not an issue. And that's the end of the under thing's turn. Valraith, it's your move.
Oh, how far away am I from Dr. XYZ?
You guys are in a small room. I mean, movement gets you anywhere in the room, so you're fine.
Okay, well, you're not taking my friend away.
Okay. You run over and stab with the rapier into the darkness. You'll hit him. Go ahead and give me that damage.
But. Yeah.
Oh, divine smite. Okay. Well, with that stab, you stab up under the painting. There's a slight poof as the darkness kind of poofs. It's just like dust or smoke, and it the painting poof, comes off of the wall in your hands, Dr. XYZ. You are now holding it. The under thing seemingly being defeated, and you hear just a light clapping coming from Viridai's painting. Wow, spectacular.
The question is it dead? Because if it's not, I want to know if I get my strength back up or not.
Oh yeah, your strength is up. You're good again.
All right, good.
It is toast.
Having 4 strength score is very.
It's a scary one.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you all now just sit in this room, the heart still burns, seemingly the immediate tension of the under thing being gone. Viridai claps. Very well done.
Was that beautiful for you? That's strength.
No.
Then what is?
I don't care what's beautiful for you. Let us in or burn you.
Dr. XYZ's, I look around for a mirror.
I've very, very, very over-exaggerate face palming myself at the sound of our all.
Do you try and talk Navera down at all, or do you just face palm and let
just
Navera?
Face palm and just
Navera is waving a torch in front of this woman's face, just like.
Viridai looks at you and says, "I am far and away the most powerful guardian here. If you even believe for a moment that you could threaten me, you're a fool. I will rule this place once the master is gone." So,
Do you have any idea how many people have said that to me? Fucking fame monsters.
Throom would like to wrap up his trunk around the arm that has the torch and just try to keep the torch away from the paintings.
So just kind of be try to convince Navera to whoa, maybe hold off.
Yeah.
I mean, did you say that to Navera, or is this just
This is like a no, and going with the trunk first, and then sort of with that being whoa, no, you're scaring me now. I don't think this is how we want to go about this.
Weakling.
Yeah, Dr. towards the end, time to like look around and see there's a mirror in the room.
Huh?
Navera's gonna pull back her hood and glare at the Loxodon before looking towards Omen and saying, "Sniff out to make sure that thing's properly gone."
Omen goes to make sure the other thing is properly destroyed, and the tension once again kind of settles back down. And Viridai says, "So, what will it be? You really want to get in? Give me something nice."
How about? Then she's just gonna shut up at that point.
Viridai smiles a big toothy grin, and you can see that most of her teeth are kind of pointed and sharp, not humanoid in nature.
Are we sure this isn't a fae?
Well,
Dr. Exorcist like look around, see if there's a mirror in the room.
you look around.
Navera's gonna-
There's no mirror in the room, Dr. XYZ. Not that you can really see.
Navera's gonna peer at this weird pointed elf-looking lady and see it, like just try and relate her to all the other fae she's seen, her natural enemy.
Yeah, not looking fey to you. Like obviously that kind of thing, like suddenly big pointy teeth. No, they look more like, they look more natural than the long spindly teeth that you would see on fae. Which is probably almost more unsettling in a way. You know what to expect with fae. There's something not...
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right, well, yeah, she's just lost interest now. She'll leave it to the others. If she can't burn it and it's not fae, it doesn't matter.
So, Doctor, what were you looking for? Just a mirror?
Yeah, see there's like just a regular mirror in this room.
No.
All right, then he'll probably look to Valraith and like ask about if he found anything that would be considered like sparkly beautiful. What?
Did she want something beautiful? Did she want to see something beautiful?
She wanted to see something beautiful.
Navera can hold up her bow made of fairy parts that's very sparkly and shiny because, you know, they sparkle and shine.
She just kind of rolls her eyes. No, I don't think that's quite...
Are you kidding me? This is the most beautiful thing in existence. So many dead fae. And then she'll go looking for something more, you know, commonly considered beautiful herself.
What are you all doing?
Dr. X was like asking Valraith if he found anything that would be like sparkly or shiny or that may be considered beautiful, no matter how small it is.
Investigation.
I'm gonna say if there's anything else that I can see in the room.
She
looks beautiful.
She wanted a drink, didn't she? And you got that
No, it's all though because I was inside the fire when I did that.
No, we're talking about the inkwell.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
It's
I'm
a
gonna
starry
see-
night ink.
Yeah, I want to see if there's anything else in the room that looks like it might be beautiful. You want me to roll what? Perception?
Roll me just an intelligence check.
Can I do that too?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, -1.
The most beautiful things that you've acknowledged as being in the room are probably the, her. She is conventionally beautiful. The
If you look
lobster's
past the teeth.
beautiful singing voice, beautiful. The, and yeah, the two magical artifacts that you've found so far. The Scrimshaw drinking horn and the Inkwell of Stars. The tiny suit and hat are really beautiful. They're more like fun.
It's cutesy.
Yeah,
I say we give her the Inkwell of Stars and the drinking horn because stars are pretty, and she said she was thirsty.
do you want to do that?
No.
Yes,
I don't-
sounds reasonable.
Okay. Valraith, do you hand him over?
No.
Give them to them now.
Having this
They know
conversation.
They know nothing of the drinking horn because I was inside the fireplace, so no one knows about that.
But she was probably there when it was put there.
Yeah, like it's a small room. You guys were all there.
Yeah, but wasn't I inside the fire when I did that?
I don't know. Bartholomew did come through the setting stone and talk to you guys all about the drinking horn when you got it.
It's true.
But as you guys are having this conversation, the figure, you can see they're kind of like leaning on their hands now, looking forward, looking at you, watching. You know, I want both of those. Can I have your swords too?
No.
I'd like it though.
I don't give a shit what you'd like.
Oh.
Burning it is. And Navera goes for the torch again.
Throom just sighs.
Settle for the treasures. I love treasures.
Then you'll give us the key.
Give us the key first.
She takes the key and takes the key necklace off her neck and kind of dangles it. Give me the treasures.
Dr. X was just going to insight this right quick because he wants to see if he could actually trust that this painting to actually swap.
Navera's going to try and sleight of hand a painting. Oh fuck, he knows it.
Wait a minute here.
I'm gonna.
First, I want this check here. What did you get?
25. Net
oh.
crit.
Oh, okay, it was a natural 20.
It was a nat 20.
Yeah, she seems kind of like a dick, and she seems to be really reveling in the fact that you're all like arguing with each other about this. Like that, the anguish and the frustration is very much pleasing her.
This is beautiful to her.
But you're pretty sure that she will give you the key, that she'll probably follow through with what she says. That being said, Navera, you're gonna try and hand over the things and then just jack them all away at the last second.
Yes.
Oh my god! All right.
Okay, no. I got an idea. All right, I'm gonna let Navera get it, and I'm gonna kind of step to the side to where the thing's gonna. I'm gonna be like standing to the side of the painting. You'll see why in a second.
Okay. So Navera, you walk over and you go to hand over the things, and the dragon looks at you and smirks. And there are a couple of things that I want you to do. First, I want you to roll a deception check.
Deception. Oh yes, that's
She
definitely
dangles the key.
Deception check. There it is.
So she's dangling the key, right?
Yeah, she's dangling the. Well, the dangling key in the painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Navera, you go to reach for the key, I imagine.
Yes.
As you do feel your hand enter the painting, and the painting kind of like ripples out, and the rest of you see a painted hand of oil painting reach in toward the key, and you can feel it, but you see your now two-dimensional hand touching the key.
Right.
And she kind of just jingles it a little bit as you're holding onto the key. She's holding onto the chain. Now give me my things and I'll let go.
Wait, if I'm holding onto the key and she's holding onto the chain, could I just yank this woman into reality so we can just mug her?
You could try.
You can always try.
What do we want to do? Do we want to try and sleight of hand it?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Okay, yeah,
What do you
she's going
wanna
to sleight of hand it. She's going to sleight of hand it. She's not very strong.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me
so
that sleight of hand as you stick, and your other arm moves into the other side of the painting, holding the other two things. And as it does, she goes to let go of the key and go to reach over very elegantly, and you just go yoink, and do you say anything and you pull everything back out of the painting?
You little shit! And just rips it out of the painting and goes for the torch.
What I go to do is when he does that is I'm actually gonna take and I'm gonna try to cut the painting from frame. I'm gonna try to start cutting the painting from frame.
Okay.
Burn it!
Valraith, you had a ready to action. I'd like you to just do your thing. Your action, Navera, was to do the grab.
Yeah.
So go ahead
Yeah,
and you succeeded there. Valraith, make me an attack roll. Oh boy. And yeah, you attack the painting. Go ahead and roll me your damage because this is very relevant right now. 11. Oh my god. She screams as you hit the painting, and I need you all to roll for initiative again.
Fucking got him, you little bitch. Try and trick ourselves for you. I'll rob you blind and my mate here will slash you up. Also, yeah, that's not very good now, is it, Frog?
Alright.
Navera's actually very good herself.
Did terribly. So the two people that are right there are Valraith and Navera. Throom, I imagine you're like 10 feet back or something watching.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's going great. And then Navera goes, yoink. But Navera, actually, Throom, you're the first to go. What would you like to do? In the painting, you see this this figure looks furious.
Throom is going to make sure that his staff is well shillelied and step up and bonk the painting.
He's gonna smack the painting.
Just smacking the painting.
Smack. You hit. It's a painting. Alrighty. You hit it as well. And it's like hitting the painting hurts her, but it's not hurting her as much as maybe like hitting her might, you're guessing. But it's really easy to hit a painting.
Well, see.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no. Just if we destroy the painting before she can get out of it, which is what I presume she's going to try and do, we might just, lock her away.
That is a valid option. Well, I mean, you break, like, the frame kind of like cracks a little bit and breaks in. We head to the next thing, the initiative, Navera. What would you like to do?
Light that thing on fire.
You walk over to light it ablaze. How are you lighting it? Just with the torch?
Basically just holding the torch to the painting.
Okay, can you make me an attack
with a
roll?
manic grin on her face.
Can you just make me an attack roll with, like, your normal weapon, then?
Yes.
For
Wait, a normal weapon is
weapon attack.
I suppose since a dagger would work.
Dexterity, yeah, dagger's perfect, actually. Because I'm just gonna treat. Oh my god! All right, go ahead and roll me the damage for that dagger. We're gonna treat this as just fire damage. If you're just bludgeoning it with a torch. You bludgeon it for 10 fire damage. All right, the painting. She screams as like the oil begins to bubble off the painting, and she, she's not happy. All right.
Wait, can Omen do anything?
He could have done something if you had wanted him to do something instead of you doing it.
Gotcha. Nah, that's okay.
Yep. All right, Valraith.
Okay, so the first cut, did it like cut like a side of it like I was trying to do?
Yeah, you did. And you can see that, like, she, in the painting, you can all see that her face is transforming away from the kind of makeup and other aesthetic, and she seems to be transforming just into a green dragon.
Okay, I'm gonna try to slash the top, so that way it just kind of folds over into a triangle.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and make an attack. You swing with the all blade. You'll hit him. Go ahead and give me the damage.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's stick with that.
Okay. You slash the painting, and it is pretty badly damaged. Is that the end of your turn?
Actually, because of All Blade, my offhand, I'm gonna slash at it again, to where it's just like,
Now the offhand attack, it doesn't get your
does not get my modifier in the damage.
Oh, you already have it on there. Cool.
Yep.
And you'll hit it because it's a painting. So it should actually be 2 points. All right. You hit it. Actually, is that a magic dagger?
It is. It's the All Blade. I can have it be any two weapons I want.
No shit, it can be 2 weapons?
It can. It can be any combination of 2 weapons,
Jesus.
or weapon and shield, or any ranged weapon.
Okay, so that should have been 6 damage. Okay, so yeah, the painting is badly damaged. And now it's Viridai's turn. And you all watch this dragon crawl out of the painting in front of you. And just into reality. And is going to... Well, the people who are right in front, actually, because she can't get totally out of the painting, because Throom, you're just right up there. And Navera, you're also right up there, right?
Wait, yes. Oh, wait, is she coming halfway out of the painting, or is like most of her body still in it?
She's sticking her head out. She's like her claws up along the edge. She's pulling herself out, and she is going to breathe out poisonous gas at you all.
Let's dot.
Dex.
I would need it's Constitution actually. I think Dr. Esterhazy is the only one who's not in this, so I need the 3 of you to roll con saving throws.
Ugh.
There's a ton of damage because it's a dragon. Viridai does 20 points of poison damage to Navera and Valraith. Only 10 to Throom.
I am frantically looking to see if I have some sort of resistance to that, because guess what I have exactly for health?
10 points?
Yeah.
Or 20 points?
20 points of damage. Shit.
So that KOs, it looks like that KOs you two.
Yeah, no, basically Navera's like just not choking her on the ground.
As the gas pours out. And Valraith as well.
Yeah.
All right, you two both lie upon the ground, dying, choking upon the poisonous gases, and the dragon smirks a wide grin. It looks like I'll be getting my beautiful things and a meal.
Destroy the portal!
Dr. XYZ, what would you like to do?
Well, all right. Considering that 2 people are down, I'm choosing Valraith. And
What's this?
I'm casting Spare the Dying at Valraith, but since I'm away where I'm away from the dragon, I'm doing that at 30 feet, and it counts as a bonus.
So you're like in the back corner of the room, like, oh, no.
No. He needs to stay up.
Yep.
Or at least be stable.
What else would you like to do?
And is the painting at least on fire or anything?
Yeah, it's like kind of burning. The paint is boiling. It's looking bad.
All right, in that case, I throw a flask of oil on, or at least I'll pour a flask of oil
On what?
on the painting.
You're just gonna huck a flask of oil across
Yes!
the painting. Go ahead and roll
Next to that!
a ranged attack roll.
Would that be strength or dexterity?
This is amazing.
I think it's strength. It's a thrown item. You huck this clay flask, which goes and shatters all over the painting. The fire immediately just and the dragon screams. And as the dragon screams in anguish, just tries to climb out, but as it's climbing out, you're seeing the parts of its body that were melted in the painting are melted as it pulls itself free, and it only gets about halfway out before the painting just and it kind of looks like it is dead for certain.
Is it kind of or something?
Now that I'm up,
Yeah, it comes about halfway out, and it looks like if you had a dragon made out of wax and just melted half of it away.
okay.
There's just this dead dragon wormling splayed out upon the ground. It's like half on Throom. It's like almost to you.
I'm gonna lay on hands on Throom, and then I'm gonna cut its head off.
And
Please help me. I'm still on the
Well,
ground.
Throom's okay, right? It's
Oh,
Navera.
yeah.
Throom,
Navera,
Throom is not down.
Okay, well then I'm gonna hands on Navera to at least get to 1.
Okay.
And the lobster sings.
And then I'm gonna
Good
cut the
thing
dragon's.
that I'm immune to poison. That was a terror.
Yeah, Navira's got the same idea as him, to be honest, going for the teeth.
I'm gonna
Well,
no,
the chains
you can have a
run
tooth.
over to
but-
start ripping this dragon apart. And
basically.
what would you all like to do?
Just rip the dragon apart, grab any scales that aren't melted.
Okay.
I pretty much set the painting that I grabbed off the wall that time and just set it before the party and like point to the key.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, Navera has the key and both of his magic items.
Well, I can have those back now since you got the key.
Yeah.
I pretty much just holding that painting up of the circus tent being barred with the lock and chain.
A smart idea, I understand.
Yep.
Oh, wait, before we do that though, there's one other painting, and the other two have been fucking. So once they're done with the dragon, Navira's gonna try and... she's just gonna walk up and pull out a dagger and stab it.
Okay, it was a painting of like a beautiful beach, and yeah, you just shred it. It was a real painting.
I thought it was of the hut, the reverse.
Yeah, it was the reverse tower.
There was a painting of a beautiful beach up above the thing. But yeah, you shred the painting of the reverse tower.
Yep. Just to make sure.
As you do so, some shadowy arms try and like come out from under the painting, but can't quite reach you because they're like the painting's holding them down.
Yeah. So she's
Another
gonna
under
keep.
thing.
Yeah. So since that's magical, she'll pull out the bow and just kind of magic
Shoot
it.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah, you just destroy that painting.
Yeah.
What's the other painting?
There's a painting of like a beach that was just up above the mantle. It's a
No,
real
there was-
painting.
I thought there was
I
four.
don't-
Yep, there
That
was
was
the reverse hut, which Navera just destroyed. There was the circus tent, and there was a Viridai, and then there was the beach.
Okay. So all of them are essentially destroyed except for the one with the little lock and key.
The only
Okay.
one left is the circus tent with the lock and key.
I'm gonna
Navira's
shove
gonna.
dragon head in my knapsack, and then I'm gonna like cut front legs off and throw them in there too. Crixus might
Yeah.
like these.
Navira's gonna claim one of those legs.
Oh, you can have the other one. It's all good.
Yeah.
There are only 2 legs because the rest of the body melted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Regardless,
I want to get that in.
She'll have one and he'll have the other.
Yeah.
you make your way over to this
Throom
painting.
offers to carry some of these dragon parts if people are struggling under any sort of weight.
Navira will 100% be struggling. She's not strong.
Throom offers to carry the dragon parts.
Sure.
Throom, you got a big sack of dragon on your back, and
Yeah.
as
We'll split
I
this up
mentioned,
later.
Dr. XYZ, you're approaching the painting and you put the little key in, and sure enough, ching,
Well,
it unlocks.
Navira.
Or Navera does, whichever. And the
That's-
chains fall away. And you see what looks like a painting of a big top circus tent.
Back to Bartholomew.
Except as you reach toward it, it's not a painting you can go in. It's a painting.
Oh, it is very good that I was about to say Navira sticks her head in. That would have been bad.
Well, you just smacked your face on this painting, and it probably would have gone through the painting. Like, oh, it's not real. As it appears, the only magical aspect of it were the chains and lock.
Well, did those fall, like, did the chain and lock fall away into the real world, or?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. XYZ will like pick those up and like pretty much like arcane. See if they're magical or not.
Oh, of course, they're painted chains.
Yeah, they're 100% magic. This doesn't happen naturally.
Yeah, they're absolutely magical. You hear Bartholomew's voice ring in. That would be great. Hold on to the. And then you don't hear Bartholomew's voice.
Oh no. What has happened to Bartholomew?
And the lobster sings, dun dun dun. And as the lobster sings out, and
I don't.
for a moment, you wonder what happened to Bartholomew. And then all around you, it begins to get dark.
Yeah, Vampire's vanities out. Make sure that those dark things are not undead things.
No, just dark. Supernaturally so.
Alright, grabbing that torch.
Creeping in
And-
from the walls.
Keeping Omen nearby because he has got the noses.
Omen whimpers.
Throom also starts trying to see if he can smell anything.
It's okay, Omen, it's okay. But yeah.
And in a few moments, the walls cannot be seen. And then each other cannot be seen. And Navera, you stand alone in blackness with Omen. You're holding them and patting them. And then they too are simply gone. Or are you the one who is gone? And the four of you, seemingly, have also disappeared, like so many before you, Bartholomew's company.
Oh my.
Oh my indeed.
Dun,
If they heard my
dun,
dog, I'll fuck down.
Well, hopefully not. That being said, you have completed this adventure. You have all gained your requisite everything, Bartholomew Bucks, XP, all that good stuff. And thank you very much for playing. We'll be back in just a moment, everyone, with Game 3 of tonight's Carnival of Souls event. Stay tuned.